If you guys haven't seen this yet, Port Khazard has achieved the impossible. He has sent and completed a 500 invocation Tombs of a Mascot raid, which is unbelievable. Now, little disclaimer here. He did set one of the time you have to meet like a certain time invocation, which was clearly not met simply due to the sheer amount of tick eating he had to do during all this. But I want to just show you a brief little clip that he uploaded to Twitter, which is absolutely just insane. I mean, all of these crazy feats, for example, the 40 Combat Inferno done by Exact initially and then surpassed by Afzal later with a 39 combat, they find ways, like there's so much trial and error with marking tiles on like what can hit you, what can't. I mean, I'm just thinking specifically Zuck with those little like corner safe spots and stacking up mages, just crazy shit that would just take so many attempts of just figuring it out. Anyway, I want to briefly just show this real quick of the Zebak room. Now, he goes into Zebak. He, as you're about to see, he purposely gets wiped over by a wave. He's not that bad at the game, but he clearly gets fucking owned by that wave. No, he purposely does it to run over to this goddamn corner. Look at all the tiles marked. He sits here and chows down on purple sweets and venges Zebak to death, which is not uncommon for Port Khazard. He's done that in the Inferno. He's done some crazy-ass shit. So this is like a walk in the park for him. But he probably manually figured out all these tiles and killed Zebak, like we just saw. Anyway, I'm going to have this video. It's very short. It's just brief little scenes of him accomplishing this. Down in the description, it'll be the first link. Go show Port Khazard some fucking love. He is an absolute king at this game. Arguably, and we will get into this, arguably the greatest mechanical player of all time currently. And I don't say that lightly. I truly do believe that. So go show him some love. He doesn't even do this for content creation's sake. He's just a fucking beast player that enjoys a challenge. And, he doesn't stream. He uploads here and there very humbly, too, for that matter. He could milk this video. He could fucking make this a 20-minute video, keep us all on our toes. But, I mean, no, he just does it just to, like, share it for all of our viewing pleasure. Anyway, go show him some love. Also, little self-plug. I hate to do this, but Port Khazard was actually on the Sebe cast a year and a half ago. And this was, like, I don't know, like not many people really knew who Port Khazard was at this point, like popularity wise. Obviously he was known by like a niche portion of the community as just a total beast player, but I want to get him on again because he's just blowing the mind, I swear, of like the entire community every other month. Just some crazy fucking feat. Go check out his channel too. He has other uploads that are just insane. And the stuff he talks about on the Sebe cast, if you guys want to give it a listen, is he thinks different, and he's built different. So, anyway, I was very impressed by this. Port Khazard, you're something else, man. And before we continue with an argument of the greatest mechanical players of all time, drop a like on the video. It really does support my channel. And if you guys haven't subbed, but you've watched multiple rambles at this point, please just, feel free to sub. It will greatly support my channel. And we're almost at 10K total YouTube subs, which is awesome. So thank you guys for all the support. Big shout out to the channel members. And now let's continue. So let's think about it. OSRS release. I think unquestionably Wooks was the greatest mechanical player of all time. He in the early days pioneered the whole like solo corp with, I'm pretty sure, okay, I don't want to confuse things, but I'm pretty sure he was using potatoes, maybe purple sweets, whatever it was. I think I'm confusing Rendy with a little bit of the potato man mode or whatever. But Wooks was, unquestionably just the greatest, and he continued that path. And then he kind of, has focused more on real life. I'm assuming, I don't know what Wooks' life is like, but he doesn't put in all his time and effort into RuneScape. And clearly he's still one of the all-time greats, and I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but to be dogmatic about it and say Wooks will forever be the greatest and it doesn't matter is silly. So I believe that Wooks was, and let me just also say it's hard to actually get a perfect definition of mechanical. Obviously, it would just depend on the person what mechanical means. I think there is a difference between like speed running, the Inferno, something like Adwam or Rostaman would do. Rostaman, by the way, just got world record Inferno the other day, which is just insane. The Masori strats and all the new gear that came out. I mean, it's really exciting to see like the Inferno arc again. But there's a difference between like speed running and doing something crazy like Exact's 40 Combat Inferno and later Afzal's 39 Combat Inferno. By the way, we really should start acknowledging the fact that Afzal did beat Exact's record. I mean, it's not to take anything away from Exact, but Afzal deserves a fuckload of credit for surpassing Exact himself. That is insane. So there is a difference, and it's really hard to say where the differences lie. But mechanically, I would say Exact had passed Wooks a few years back, and now I'm going to just go out and say it. I think Khazard is the greatest of all time mechanically. Again, mechanically. This is not to say there's different avenues in RuneScape. PKing, skilling, PVMing, stuff like that. But Khazard, I think, takes the trophy here. And yeah, he's an absolute god. And I would love to get him back on the cast and just talk about... just pick his brain, basically. He's insane. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Go show him some support, excuse me, in the description. Also, just a few things to note. Megan was on the cjayk cast earlier this afternoon, and I might have predicted this whole fucking tweet of the 500 invocation by Khazard. I think I said exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if Khazard in the next couple of days comes out with a 500 invocation, and like literally he just came out with it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, did he hear this? Anyway, it's crazy. But yeah, Megan was on the cast. Also, next week, we will be having a J-Mod on the cast. You know what? I'll just spoil it right now because I want to spoil you guys for listening to the rambles. Mod Goblin, a.k.a. Mod Based. I mean, that dude is... We are very lucky to have Mod Goblin on the Jagex team. He is just phenomenal. He's so good. He's just a good J-Mod. Just the epitome of good. He's just super valued on the team, and I'm very happy to have him, in the scene. And yeah, so Mod Goblin will be on the cast. I'll have a tweet later this week, probably on Friday. So go follow me on Twitter down in the description. Also, I'll just say this right now. After this ramble, I will be live running some expert TOA. Not 500, of course, but we'll be just doing some easy 300 invocations. I did get... I'll just briefly show this because I guess I'll mention what I got. I got a Masori mask. I think maybe I already showed that. So I got a Fang, and then I got a Jewel, and then I got a mask, and then a duplicate Fang, which was extremely depressing, and then I got Masori Chap. So we're one piece away from full Masori. We're going to be continuing later tonight with those, so drop by. There's a Twitch link down in the description. Feel free to just pop in, say hi, drop a follow if you would like, drop a prime if you like. No. Anyway, so I'm really excited for that. There's also a... Now, I don't want to spoil too much. I've offered a little bit, and this is not to sell out, but I have offered a little perk to becoming a cjayk patron, which is I revealed the upcoming guests earlier, but it's like exclusive knowledge of who's coming up. Anyway, but there are some great guests coming up, and I'm very excited. But Mod Goblins is just gonna be a great conversation. Also, just earlier, Megan just killed it with the cjayk cast. It was a really fun conversation. We just talked, just chilled for like 3.5 hours. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I just wanted to bring up the whole Khazard crazy feat. Yeah, it's just insane. So let me know down in the comments, do you agree with the sentiment that Khazard is the greatest mechanical player of all time currently? Let's not be too crazy with the Wooks is the greatest. 30 years from now, he's the greatest. Like, yes, he has got a place up with the greats. In the Hall of Fame, of course. We should really have an OSRS Hall of Fame. That'd be dope. Like an actual in-game Hall of Fame. Just like posters on the wall of like the greatest feats. Dude, is that genius? Like, I just came up with that. Holy shit, that's amazing. Anyway, we should have a Hall of Fame in-game. Yeah, anyway, let me know. down in the comments. Anyway, I'll be live right now, so go drop a follow if you'd like down in the description, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.